like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have bad luck for the rest of the week.
You must have seen those big hulking cattle in the Bugs Bunny cartoons, having horns so sharp they could inflict serious damage on anybody unfortunate enough to be on the other end. Well, not all bulls are the same, as some are even worse. From the real-life mechanical bull to a fiery Spanish bull with a temper problem. Let's count down the 10 most dangerous bulls in the world. Number 10. Bucking bull. So we tried our best not to put the mechanical bull on this list, but if it's not for it, then the bucking bull needs to be there as a real-life counterpart. The bucking bull is usually seen in the American rodeo bull riding contests, which are apparently the real thing. Weighing more than 1,500 pounds and with a human on its back, it spins, plunges, and leaps with the same giddy glee like a child that just snorted a bucket of sugar. Needless to say, if you're planning to climb on the back of a bucking bull, be prepared for a pretty serious injury because you never know what's going to happen. In 2014, it was calculated that only about 35% of professional riders can stay on its back for a full 8 seconds, and if you're wondering about the rest, they go straight into the hospital, or things can go much worse than that too. So now it is up to you to decide if you ever would want to climb on the back of a wild animal that could leave your spine fractured or your joints dislocated or worse. Number 9. Spanish Fighting Bull. If there was a fight club for bulls, we can surely say that the Spanish Fighting Bull would be its leader. Well, according to its name at least, because it would be quite a disappointment if a creature with such a name turns out to be a peaceful diplomat. The Spanish Fighter Bull is well known for its aggressive, fierce personality, particularly when it feels captivated and unable to escape. If you find the fighting bull in either of these situations, run for your life, or you might find one of its horns in a very unpleasant area very soon. You see, those horns are special because they are longer than those of other breeds and are present in both males and females. And let us tell you that they are bred for one particular reason. That is, of course, bullfighting. It is obvious by the name. The Spanish fighting bulls are among the most dangerous species of bulls, with both males and females having the ability to inflict a huge amount of damage. So, better stay away. Number 8. Highland Bull. The Scottish Highlands are pretty famous for quite a lot of things, including rain, bagpipes, and of course, something related to this list. The Highland cattle, which is one of the most intimidating cows you'll ever stumble upon. The Highland cattle is a very beautiful, long-haired cow with curved horns. They can be easily compared to cartoon characters, as they are adorable-looking furballs. The Highland bulls are designed by nature in such a way that they could survive a long and cold winter of Scotland, and that is the reason why they look so intimidating. Generally, these bulls are well tamed and aren't much of a threat unless they feel like their young ones are under threat, because then they'll go the extra length to ensure that their babies are not harmed. And in that process, they won't be any good to you. The Highland bulls are one of those bulls that you really don't want to mess with. Number 7. Jersey Bull. All the species of bulls are capable of inflicting pain on others if they feel threatened or provoked, but the Jersey bulls are one of the most dangerous ones. In fact, they can be labeled as the most aggressive bull out there, and even the experts are afraid of them and don't want to spend too much time around them because they can be quite unpredictable. While they have a smaller build than many of the intimidating species of bulls, they make up for it in sheer aggression. And even when they appear to be all calm and composed, they can execute a mood swing of a lifetime if you are unlucky enough to be at their other end of their fight. You can end up being severely injured, handicapped for life, or even dead, regardless of your age and experience. If they are provoked, they may follow the person they don't like and make them run for their life. Even the slightest provocation could lead to them piercing your gut with their horns. Yes, that's how much notoriously mean they can be. Number 6. Texas Longhorns. Like the name says, the Texas Longhorn has a massive horn spanning about 7 feet, measuring from tip to tip. The Texas Longhorn is an enormous one, and it is typically bred for beef, rides, or to be used as draft animals. It can weigh up to 2,000 pounds, and that explains its usage. but let's just talk about those huge horns that are wider than the average man. Naturally, many farmers have to be extra cautious with the longhorns since their widespread horns can cause problems with the other animals. But thankfully, against all odds, there have been no documented reports of humans being gored by the longhorns. Still, they can be pretty aggressive against their own kind. Number 5. Watusi bulls. If you're already intimidated by the average-looking bulls, what if I tell you about these bulls having horns the size of tree trunks? The Watusi bull is pretty different looking than other average bulls, and that only makes them more dangerous. Its horns have a span of 8 feet from tip to tip, and an incredible diameter of 28 inches. These horns, when coupled with their athletic build, make the Watusi bull more frightening and dangerous. They are particularly dangerous in one instance when their young ones are sleeping. At that time, they would encircle their babies, forming a wall to protect their children from intruders. If any intruder comes close, the thick horns easily rip apart, and any clueless human would find himself being treated like a steak that needs tenderizing. They are highly territorial animals and capable of inflicting a huge amount of pain on any intruder. I guess we don't need to explain any further why or how the Watusi is dangerous. Number 4. Belgian Blue. The Belgian Blue is a big bull with prominent muscles and can weigh up to 2,700 pounds, making them a highly dangerous animal. If this beast decides to charge on you, you wouldn't be able to return home on your own legs if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, it will not hesitate to turn all your bones to dust and your skin into fleshy, tenderized steak. Speaking of steak, let us tell you that this breed is one of the most popular in beef manufacturing. Although the Belgian Blue may be known for its quiet temperament, we must keep in mind that bulls always have the potential to harm, and considering its bone-crushing kind of power, this is surely not the animal you'd want to mess with. Number 3. Cheyenne Bull. Here you have it, the largest breed of cattle, even bigger than Benny the Bull. That's all because of its well-defined and extensive muscling, noticeably all over their body. As a result, they have a very distinctive and unusual appearance. But mind you, they're not like your steroid-using bodybuilders at your local gym. The Cheyenne Bull can weigh up to 2,200 pounds, and they can cause an unbelievable amount of damage. Due to its huge bulk and short, curved horns, this bull is a formidable foe if provoked. And let us tell you that they can be provoked pretty much as easily as they tend to be both nervous and excitable. It is the kind of animal that is dangerous because it is nervous, and also because of its huge body and pointed curved horns, which make a recipe for disaster. Number 2. Parthenius Bull. You must have learned the lesson by now that you shouldn't just straight away approach strange bulls, but if you haven't learned it yet, just look at the Parthenius Bull and think to yourself, why would you ever want to go and do anything to that bull that could possibly ignite it? The Parthenius Bull is a French cattle breed, and it's named after the town of Parthenay in western France. It is dangerous for similar reasons as the other bulls on this list, to guard its kids. While the mothering cow is very loving towards their children, they could get the exact opposite of that towards you if it senses that you're a threat. Many farmers use the Parthenius for security purposes to protect young calves from potential predators and intruders. Anyone would run for their life if they see such a thing coming towards them. What do you think? Number 1. Brahman Bull. The Brahman Bull is a very popular breed all around the world, and its beef is loved all over. This isn't all about that. It can get very dangerous too if you happen to provoke its bad side, which I feel describes quite a lot of us. The Brahman is considered to be a very docile and friendly animal that could easily be tamed. But if you just take one step wrong, you'll make it into the international news. Congratulations! The Brahman bulls are very protective about themselves and will lash out even on the slightest provocation. Well, maybe it's a good thing that bulls don't have access to Twitter, or else your life would have been ruined, as well as your spinal column. The Brahman bull is an adaptive muscular bull that may seem to be harmless and friendly on the surface, but actually is very fiercely protective and can be very aggressive if provoked. So, approach at your own risk. Which of these bulls do you think is the most dangerous? Let us know in the comments. Have you or any of your friends ever had an encounter with an aggressive bull? We'd love to hear your stories. In the end, we'd want you to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss out on any of our fun videos.